Hurley and Morgan Shepherd and Mike Harmon, and it's very discouraging. If you played career mode and you started from the very bottom and on legend difficulty, you know where I'm coming from there. Every once in a while, I always get somebody like, well, when you start off, you're supposed to be slow. And yes, you're absolutely right, but not 200 horsepower down everybody else in the field. Once again, in games like NASCAR Thunder 2004, you had to worry about your tire wear, you had to worry about your downforce levels. Even your fuel mileage was, pretty bad when you started out. You had all these things to worry about, and also your engine power wasn't as good. But once again, in NASCAR Thunder 2004, you always had somebody to race against. There was always somebody just as bad as you, whether it be only one or two cars, and then as you got better, you're racing with a couple of more guys, and you just slowly work your way up the pack. It was brilliant. Definitely looking for more of that in NASCAR 5. Next up, again, this will be quite a long list of career mode stuffs. Honestly, that's probably what I care about the most. And then I got a lot of miscellaneous stuff here at the end. But we got to rework the paint schemes and the sponsors. Now we'll talk about paint booths. And apparently, NASCAR did a Reddit AMA where they said we're not going to have a paint booth for NASCAR Heat 5. NASCAR Heat Evolution.
You just looking like, what the fuck, man? Like, a paint, we don't got no paint booth again.
NASCAR Heat 2, NASCAR Heat 3, NASCAR Heat 4, NASCAR Heat 5 coming this year, 2020, and we still won't have a paint booth. That's a problem. However, in NASCAR Heat Career Mode, it took me a while to realize what bugged me about the sponsors. And again, we're going to throw back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. When you start your career mode, you start off with, 3 race sponsorship deals. Either way, you get to go through a lot of different sponsors. You don't get to do that in NASCAR Heat 4. You literally sign on for a sponsor and you have just that one sponsor for the entire season. So for NASCAR Heat 5, that would be a huge deal for career mode. And that's another thing. NASCAR doesn't have those full season sponsorships anymore unless you're Denny Hamlin. So, it should be very, very slim to none on full season sponsorships. You shouldn't even see that really until you get to the Cup Series, at least. And that's another thing. The sponsors are tied to the paint schemes and the manufacturers. So you can't have, I don't know what goes into licensing with that kind of stuff. But loosen that up. That way you can pick your manufacturer and then pick your sponsors. Not only hood sponsor, the side, the back bumper, the quarter panel, all that stuff. That way you can bring in a bunch of different sponsors. You get more of a career mode feel. Because once you sign your sponsorship in NASCAR E4, that's it for the rest of the season. Dirt Tour and Trucks Xfinity, we should see maybe 10 race deals max. Maybe it goes up gradually until you get to the Cup Series. But there should definitely be some full customization between all your sponsors across the entire car, all with different lengths and different, obviously money and incentives. So, again, that would open up a whole lot for the crew. Next, and this is a big one. We got to have some driver car ratings, man. When I say that, this goes for, Quick Race 2. But this is one thing I thought F1 did really well. In their development, they have a long list of all the teams. All the teams. And I think this would work well for all 3 series in career mode. If we had some sort of list, that way you can see all the development history of all the cars, or all the teams, the NASCAR teams. And some of these, guys are obviously one car teams, but I don't really think it matters. Obviously, all the teams are going to be on the same kind of level here. But most importantly, that way you can see how you kind of stack in there. Because my biggest gripe with NASCAR E4, especially when you start off bad. But some of the good cars, like Jeffrey Earhart's a great example in my Xfinity Series season. He literally ran last at Iowa, and then won a race later in the season. I just feel like there needs to be a more set system of who's good and who's not. Because right now it just feels really random. Honestly, when you hop in the race, you just never know who's going to be quick. I need that feeling. I want to race with the fast guys that you watch on TV. You know what I mean? I don't want to go up there and race with BJ McLeod for the lead. It's cool to do that every once in a while, but I'm looking for the realism. So I say we add this team driver ranking system. It'd probably be easier just to do it driver-wise, but I think it would look better with the teams. That way you can see how the teams develop. I think that would add a new. That way you can see maybe some of the back marker teams get better, like the furniture row effect. You can see them, go up the ranks and actually develop. Or you can see some of the guys, like obviously Roush in the last 10 years, kind of go from up there to go down here. So you could, that could add a nice little dynamic for career mode. Just an idea. But most importantly, I want to see some sort of ratings. Just some sort of ratings in career mode. That way we get an establishment of who's fast and who's not, and then if you want to go the extra step to have it be a little dynamic, to have some of the faster cars maybe slow down, or some of the slower cars, speed up, or some of the faster cars get faster, you know what I mean? Honestly, I really liked how EA did the rating system in the last couple of games they did. They had individual ratings for each track on the schedule. Short track to super speedway, they had it all. Now NASCAR Heat's been using this star system, but they don't even use 5 stars. The lowest the car ratings go for the other teams, it only goes down to 3. And for a lot of, honestly, all the fields.
I always find that retarded.
3 to 5 stars just don't cut it. So there really needs to be more separation. If you're going to keep it star system, go down to 1 to 5. Or honestly, I'm a big fan of like NASCAR 2008 has individual car ratings for each type of track. I think that's pretty cool. And it'd be great for quick races too. If you want to hop in and just race, pick the kind of car you want for the kind of track you want. I think it works really well. I'd really like to see that work done for the future NASCAR 8 games. Now this next one I could go down the rabbit hole for probably an hour and a half. Once again, I still think NASCAR Thunder 2004 did this the very best. The car development, man, we need to rework the car development for NASCAR Heat 4. I'm not a big fan of track-specific chassis, and I'll tell you why. Most of that stuff you can get away with, especially like short tracks, but I feel like it's too big of an impact. I'd like to bring it more so that way it's not that big of a deal. I'd like to have like 4 or 5 different things like NASCAR Thunder 2004 that you had to worry about your car being fast. Your downforce, your engine, tire wear, I guess your track-specific chassis, sure, why not? And that also brings in crew ratings and everything. That's what I'm saying. We need to take the next step because we're so close to this level. In NASCAR Thunder 2004, you could hire everybody and everybody had ratings. We're getting close to that, and we have pit crew ratings.
Give me this.
But we need to take that next step. We need to be able to hire your own pit crew members, position by position, all with ratings. And then we got to have pit crew mistakes. We got to take it to the next level. NASCAR 5. We got to do it. You should also be able to hire your crew chief that affects your ratings as well. Maybe a cars chief throw in there. And while we're talking about it, just a brief audio thing. Please, dear Lord, give me one separate man for a crew chief audio and one separate man for spotter audio. That just make it so much easier to play. I just can't stand TJ Majors just talking in my ear the whole race. And that whole line where he says, white flag, next time by. I can't tell you how many times I thought I was coming to the checkered when we still had 2 laps to go.
I've done that a few times too.
Alright, next on the list. How are we going to make this career mode even better? That's right. We've made it from NASCAR Heat Evolution to NASCAR Heat 2 to NASCAR Heat 3 to NASCAR Heat 4. And we never got any exhibition races. We got to take the next step. It shouldn't be that hard. NASCAR Heat 5. How do we not have the All-Star race? Like chassis are like $1 million to buy to improve your team, and we don't have an All-Star race that we can win to win $1 million to help that. We gotta have an All-Star race. How do we not have the duels? Hopefully we get enough cars that we, maybe we can have to race our way into the Daytona 500. I want that option. I really do. We gotta have the class to fight over parts of the NASCAR. Next up on the career list. So when you win a championship in these games, it really doesn't feel like it. I'd like to have some more of that. I was throwing around, you can do a lot of different things with this. Right now, if you just win the championship, it's basically the same thing. You load into your burnout thing, and then you load into the same celebration scene where it's just the championship trophy instead of whatever, race trophy you would have won. It's very bland. Also, we've had the same, victory animation for the last, 3 years? I don't think NASCAR Heat Evolution came with one. Maybe it did. I don't remember. By the way, it's basically been the same for as long as these games existed. I'd like to switch it up. Maybe give us a little different visual or something. Especially for the championship, though. Maybe we could have, maybe get a special championship flag. Like somebody or have a little pit crew guy run out there and give it to you. It's a pretty big part of, the championship celebration these days. Whoever champion gets a nice little champion's flag. I think that'd be a nice little touch, nothing crazy, but there definitely should be some different animation or something to win the championship. Because, like I said, you win it in this game, you really don't feel it. It should be a big deal. It should be a big celebration. You can do a lot of things with it for sure. Career. We got to talk about the rival system. I really enjoy that they brought the rival system back, but it was, let's be honest, it was kind of half-assed. Because once again, we go back to the EA games. It was a very solid system. It went from like 0 to 100 each way. So you're either 100 friends, 0 to 100 friends, or 0 to 100 rivals. Right now, I mean, it kind of does that, but like it never affects anything during the race. It's always after the race you load it. Like you can't do anything mid-race. And once you get to rivals, it's almost impossible because you just can't pass it cleanly unless you really try hard not to. It definitely needs a big rework, and I can talk once again for 15 minutes on how you could possibly rework it. But once again, NASCAR Thunder 2004 did it the best. 0 to 100 allows you a lot of different ways they can retaliate. If you get all the way up to 100, if they see you, they will turn right as hard as they possibly can. Fuck! But if you're like 20, 30, you're not going to do much. It might block a little bit extra. But stuff like that, it needs to be wide. I'll probably talk a lot about this in this video. NASCAR Heat, it's got a lot of either or. There's not a lot of middle ground with this game, and it shows in a lot of different aspects of it. The rival system is that. But my biggest thing with the rival system is just how they go about it. Once they become your rival, if they find you, they just turn either left to drive you off the track or turn right all the way until you go into the wall. It's or they just drive right through your rear end. Honestly, I'd rather just take a shot. Because there's nothing more infuriating when you're trying to just drive Talladega and your rival just turns left and drives you underneath the line. Like, why? Why?
And 110 yards or so.
Jesus! I'm not doing it, Ray. I'm not doing it, Ray. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it! Next on the list, I've been preaching this one for a minute. We still haven't got it. The trophy case, once again, one of the selling points it seems like every year. NASCAR Heat has the officially licensed trophies for each Cup Series track. But we don't have a trophy case to show them off, so that's the point. Again, they use the same trophies for trucks and Busch Series, and literally, I call it Busch Series, jeez. Every race, they have the same trophy every race. Maybe we could be a little bit more creative and you know, model in a couple new trophies. That way you can, you know, half-ass it with the Xfinity and Truck Series trophy case if you want to add that. This is just for Cup, whatever. I just want a trophy case. It's just another little bit of incentive to win. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of that in this game. There's really not a lot of incentive to win. It doesn't feel like it. So, I mean, I think that's the least you could do. At least give us a Cup trophy room. Since you got all the trophies in there, let's look at a match of the race. It'd be cool. Here's a small one, but career mode. Again, it's just like it's a no-brainer, but like why can't we have our own custom team name? Like they give you 5, but like why couldn't you just be able to type it in? And if you want to go the extra mile, maybe have a system where we could like upload our own custom, you know, team logos. You know, like it doesn't need to be, but like at least let us put our own custom team name in there. That's just like come on, man. I briefly kind of mentioned incentives in this game. There's just not a lot of incentive to do good. But I have one for especially like the playoffs. And that was one thing that actually bugged me about NASCAR Thunder 2004. If you won the championship, you didn't get any like money bonus for that. That would be another incentive to win the championship. How about give me some money afterwards? Some extra money for winning the championship. You should definitely get some extra money where you finish in the standings. For the champion, 5th, 10th, you made the playoffs. If you're a small team, there should definitely be incentives, big incentives for somehow making your way into the playoffs or having a deep run in the playoffs. There should be some big incentives for that. Especially like maybe if you're an outsider looking in and just barely made it into the playoffs, maybe your team gets a boost, or if you're going on a playoff run, your team members, again, if you can hire them, if they have their own ratings, maybe they can get a boost for the playoffs. I think that'd be real. Like, again, you can do a lot of stuff with this. Similar for, I'll give you guys my phone number. We can talk about this all day. Once again, a big part of the NASCAR E4 career mode is basically just racing and waiting until you have enough money. That's why I thought having incentives for not only deep playoff runs, but other little things throughout the career mode would be a big help. But hopefully the next couple of career modes, the next couple of games, we see some more features that emphasize, once again, like Dean, that was racing clean, saving your equipment, and really managing your money. That's something NASCAR Thunder 2004, and I will fight anybody on this. They did that better than anybody, any other game. Managing your money in that game is incredible. And like last year, once again, I will volunteer my copy of NASCAR Thunder 2004 and my PS2. I'll ship it to whoever needs it, and we can work on some new features for NASCAR E5. I think that about does it for my career mode. And once again, there's a lot of stuff I can put in there.
A pitching wedge here. Looks like the pitching wedge.
All right, first up, proper engine failures. I remember before NASCAR Heat 4 came out, I was watching one of the dev streams, and I was really excited because I think it was Michigan. Clint Boyer blew up, and there's a big plume of smoke coming out the back of his car. I was like, man, that is so cool. I was talking to somebody about it. I never saw it. Like it just never happened that way in NASCAR Heat 4 from what I've played. I want one of those big girthy plumes of smoke. Like somebody really blew up. I don't think it's too much to ask. This is a very small one, but this would help me stay sane. This is a small one from F1 from the F1 games. Just have a flying lap option in practice instead of a drive, because you have to drive out every single time. Give me a flying lap option. That would save so much time.
I would like it as well.
Great quality of life improvement. Next up on the list, we got to talk about cautions. So this year we've got, actually I think it came in last year as well. The caution settings are, like, what is it, off, relaxed, strict. How about we work to have realistic cautions? Because when you put them on strict, you can clip the wall and get a caution, which makes no sense. But if you have it on relaxed yellow, you can have somebody flip into the grandstands and not get a caution. We need to have, like, I don't know how hard it would be, but just have, like, realistic yellows. Like if somebody spins all the way around, caution. And another thing, I can't stand when caution comes out too quick. Like if somebody's wrecking in front of you,
exactly what I've been saying this whole time right here.
You just like the caution, it grabs a hold onto your car and it either sends you through the crash, it gives you like cosmetic damage or something along the lines of that. Give me a chance to drive through the crash first, and then
5 to 7 seconds at least.
It's like
5 to 7 seconds.
5, I noticed.
To drive through it. Throw the caution
like
out.
10 seconds.
Drive and then it'll
yeah, something like that.
Caution is definitely need to be working. That goes for online too. Jeez. Online is the best because you cannot put it on strict yellows or you're going to have cautions every 2 seconds. But if you put it on relaxed, we have us in the core league, we got us flipping around and crashing left and right, but we don't get caught. So we need realistic yellows. We need those.
This putt's right around 2 feet.
Hey-o!
And a score to beat today. 5 under par for our leader.
Oh, yeah.
And now we find ourselves.
What the hell? Talked about this earlier, but pit crew mistakes, that would have to happen because right now you just skip through there's no animation. You just drive down pit road under caution like NASCAR Thunder says before. It'd be great to add that. That way, I'm not saying like manually.
He won't be too pleased with that.
It's an arcade game. We don't need all that manual stuff. As much as people ask for it, we don't need it. But it'd be great to drive down pit road. It drives you down pit road just like NASCAR Thunder says before. Your pit crew either goes really fast or steps on their dick. They drop the jack, they like that or whatever. But also, the thing that bothers me about NASCAR Thunder says before, there's no option to skip. Just give us an option.
Oh my god.
Oh, perfect. This is a very important one to me. 704, listen up. This goes for all the other content out there. One of my favorite things to do when I make a NASCAR Heat video is get a sexy thumbnail shot.
And after that whole
I can't do that. I'll tell you why I can't do that. First off, if you miss the replay mode, like if you don't press replay mode and you go ahead to the finishing results, you can't go back to the replay mode. I don't know how many times I accidentally skipped through it and then that was it. I couldn't access the replay again, even though I was still in the race. I was looking at the results. I couldn't go back. Once you finish the race, you should have the replay available at all times until you press quit, and then ask you to quit. Yes, I want to quit, and then we're out. It should always be available to you. But we need to have like it's 2020. We need to have like a free roam camera system because right now it drives me absolutely insane.
Nothing wrong with that.
Last year, in my NASCAR Heat 4 wishlist video, I asked for an option to take the overlays off, and they did that. But only half a point, only half of it. Because if you go back through the replays that the game generates for you, like if the AI cars crash, the overlays, there's no way to take the overlays off that side of it. It drives me nuts. And if you put it on TV camera angle, it rotates between stuff, so it'll rotate to far chase, and you constantly have to zoom in, zoom out. I think I have a rage clip of me trying to get a good TV camera angle. I'm gonna play that now. Oh my god, quit going to the fucking onboard!
6 iron.
Fuck, I just won a TV shot! Is that too much to fucking ask? Fuck!
like that.
I mean, how many episodes do I have of NASCAR while I'm recording this? I'm in the 50s, I think. It's like,
Oh my
and all
god,
those
man.
videos, you have to keep on back and forth to find the right camera.
The camera kept changing. I know what you talking about though.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh man.
Ooh, that one's that's too bad.
Because you can't just like have a dedicated either TV system, TV camera angle system, or there's no free roam. So you just kind of have to scrub back and forth until you hit the nail on the head. Drives me insane. So please, for the rest of us content creators, anybody who wants to get into recording gameplay for NASCAR Heat, please fix this for us. Next up, caution replays. Caution replays has been probably one of the most asked for features in NASCAR Heat that we have not got yet. I mean, all the way from NASCAR Heat Evolution. We still don't have caution replays. I know it's been talked about a lot from the NASCAR Heat devs. We haven't got there yet, but once again, NASCAR Heat 5 is time to take the next step. The next step involves caution replays. This is probably the little bit I'll talk about the driving handling. I have brakes.
I want that back too.
I can't stand the brakes in this game. They added brakes
because the thing that pisses me off was like, whether it's offline or online, is that when a caution happens, you don't know what the fuck it was for, and then you don't know if somebody lying their ass off. They be like, "Yeah, I didn't cause the caution."
I know.
Just like earlier, we didn't know who caused the caution.
True. That's what I want to see. Somebody slow down and wreck somebody, or what happened. I want to know.
Yeah, then you don't have to rely on watching a video that somebody streamed it. If they did broadcast it, you can actually, the host can actually see it if they showed a replay.
They gotta get that into Heat 5. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear nothing. Like he just said, it's been one of the most asked for miscellaneous feature, I'll say. That and DNFs.
I think he will like that. And about 2:15 to the pin.
And that is ridiculous that we gotta go to pro stream just to find out who the fuck caused the cause. Or whatever.
Going with the 4-iron here.
Yeah, I actually took a screenshot too, a good, decent screenshot, because it was a 3-wide finish for second at Michigan in my truck career there, not that long ago. That was pretty fun.
Like, we really shouldn't even need that. I just want to be able to step on the brakes, like, and not wreck. I don't think that's too much to ask. The brake bias is almost like non-existent. You have to put it at like 85% just to not wreck. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a big problem in a lot of short track. I just want to be able to step on the brakes, the car to naturally turn, and if it doesn't naturally turn, if it wants to spin too much, then I'll put the brake bias back and adjust it that way. You don't mind, best friend Mike.
Whose video is that? I'm gonna watch that later.
Winvo 8820. He's got a lot of good videos. He's funny.
Funny as hell.
Especially when he does his like actual career mode like videos.
It's not fun. Come on, drive on the damn apron.
I watched so much. I watched like 15 hours of his Rolex, the 24 hours of Daytona race that he did on iRacing. I was all getting pumped up for the Rolex the week after, so I was watching a lot of that stuff. The iRacing 24-hour.
Yeah, I watched some of it as well. I watched a lot of his Thunder 2004 and NASCAR Chase with the Cup videos, and he got some other shit too. Funny as fuck. In his vlogs, he be going to like racetracks.
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
Winval 8820.
I'm gonna watch this shit.
I tightened it up, right? I tightened it up. So when you do this, it still does it. I can't stand the brakes in this game. Road courses, short tracks, I just like the car pivots left and right, just ridiculously.
Huh?
Well, I'm agreeing with him. I can't stand the brakes on this game, especially on road courses. It's terrible.
Yeah, I like being able to, like, I think Technics in that when I did NASCAR 15, I'm pretty sure I remember like being able to slam on the brakes late going in the corners. It never locked up like that. It does so quick.
Their physics are way better. Their physics put these games to shame, bro. Like everything about it, the physics on that game is way better in my opinion.
On you Technics?
Yes. Like this game is so fucking bad.
It feels weird when you hit the brakes because your wheel be like going left to right. You have to try to fight it. It feels weird. Like
I would love if y'all was if I live close to y'all, so y'all could come to my house and use my wheel, and y'all see what the fuck I'm talking about.
That was very close.
You put your own settings back in it, and you see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You'll be like, yo, this is some garbage.
But from what your wheel settings and stuff are?
Yeah, cause I'll set my shit like elites and like, bro, like, it's like when I turn the wheel, dude, it's like the wheel does not want to turn. It's like it don't want to turn. Like the car is not responding to the wheel. It's almost like it's halfway hooked up. Like I'm only getting like, you know how some drivers when they're in radioactive, they'll say that they don't have any power steering or they lost their power steering.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels for me.
Like you never had it?
Yeah, like I never even had like the ability to just turn the car and it's gonna react the way it's supposed to. Like when I get on Project Cars or Gran Turismo, the car feels great. Like I could turn it, I could do what I want with it. On NASCAR, it feels like I gotta baby the shit just to get it to turn.
Yeah, it just feels weird. That's something I'm hoping they adjust on Heat 5, like physics, and I don't know if they're gonna do that much to the physics, but
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Just make it to where the force feedback and all that feels better, because right now it feels like
it feel realistic to an actual car, bro. Like you're not gonna like, bro. When I get in a car, bro, when I turn the fucking wheel, the wheel's not gonna be turning. I'm not gonna be turning the wheel, and the tires are not gonna just respond. Like I wish I could explain it to y'all. Like it's like if I'm turning a certain amount of degrees, the tires gonna turn the exact. It's gonna turn the exact way. You know what I mean? It's not gonna turn a little. It's not gonna turn less than what my tires telling to turn. So,
tell me this.
Whatever.
What's the score to beat here today?
I get on Gran Turismo, I feel like I'm in the actual fucking car.
It feels wobbly.
What? On Turismo?
No, not Gran Turismo. NASCAR. NASCAR Heat games. It feels wobbly. It feels clunky. I know what you're talking about.
I do it. I'm telling you.
And this shot's looking promising.
It's like if I turn the wheel way too much, I'm gonna put over 300 degrees in the right front. If I turn it too much, I'm gonna be turning it, but it's just gonna wear the tires out even more.
Like mile and a halves and bigger tracks, it don't feel as bad. But when you go to those short tracks and road courses, though, like you just said,
that shit feels gross.
Yeah.
Even at Pocono, when I used it for Pocono, and it felt like shit.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
I just ain't got no confidence in that wheel right now. I have to take like a whole year to get. Hopefully they improve the game. I can't wait to probably. I can't wait we do that Project Cars tomorrow. It should be fun. I can actually show something.
Yeah. I'll throw y'all an invite like around 3. Get y'all, I'm gonna have. I already explained it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah. And then we ran on default. We ain't running no custom setups, no nothing. I like that.
Yeah.
Probably not too happy about that.
I should have set the weather to light cloud or medium cloud so we can have some more grip. Just in case.
Shit, do you put it tonight? You have a lot of grip if it's at nighttime. Shit.
I've raced at Indy at night on that game before. You can't really see shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I think it was the Indy road course. You can't see shit. Maybe I could do like a sunset.
Nah, stick to what you was gonna do.
Alright. Just, yeah.
I don't want to be passing your ass and I end up wrecking you. You be like, yo, you can't pass nobody clean.
That sounds looking pretty good.
Man.
From here,
It's shit. It's hard to pass though.
You
Trying to
be
make a
running wide
pass.
open around the thing.
Yeah, and then when you try to get underneath somebody, you got to make your pass coming off a turn. If you try to make a pass going into a turn, you fucked.
Trust me, I already know that. Especially with any cars, the way they get loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look out for that right. Look out for that right rear. I suggest you make an air pressure adjustment.
Bit too much club on that one.
And
go down
to that right. I don't know if you go down or you go up. It's probably different on that game compared to other the Heat games, but I forgot. I think you go up with that game, so that way you won't bring your right rear off as much.
That was so close.
Yeah, I know that. If you go, I know in this game, if you go up on your tire pressures, it makes the tires. I mean, it makes your tires quicker, but it also burns your shit off quicker. But if you go down, I know if you go down.
Yeah, I think Project Cars is the opposite.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Less air you got in the especially for any car, less air you got in the tires. You can be running fast, but you gonna burn that shit off quick.
No, that's no good.
Yeah. Cause I noticed while I was practicing the other day, my tire, I did like, I think about the 10th lap, boy, the tire graphic, it was showing, it was yellow, and the tread was going down, and I felt my car was getting loose. Like going into a turn, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing. We're gonna do that 45-minute practice session, just to kind of get a feel for your car, so we could be going to this thing, clean and stuff.
Yeah, I feel. That's cool. Should be fun.
Hopefully, Mike bitch ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if he's gonna be in it, so
we'll see.
You guys have a good night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Getting pretty tired here.
All right.
Probably most of y'all didn't hop off shit. Damn near, I think 11, 12, 1. Where y'all at?
12:37.
1:37.
Like 10:30 right now.
It's early over there for you, boy. Shit.
I think he might be flying the green here. Looks like he's going through some trees.
Let's bring it down a little bit for the brakes. But the car handling, obviously, it's not the best. The reason why I don't talk about it too much, it's an arcade. It's an arcade game. It's not that bad for an arcade game. It can always get better. The devs know it can always get better. Everybody knows it can always get better. But at the end of the day, it's really not that bad. That's lessons. This year they brought in draft partners. And I do like draft partners. I like the idea of poor execution, I'll tell you what. It seems to work well at the plate tracks for the most part, except for that one Xfinity race I had where everybody wanted to push me except for the end, and Austin Cindric literally won by like 2 seconds because I didn't have any draft partners for whatever reason. They just didn't want to work with me, so they sat behind me and didn't push me. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. At the plate track sometimes where they just like won't push you. Maybe I should just let somebody, look at this, Cindric is literally driving away. And we're coming to the white flag and nobody's going to catch me because nobody will help me! What the damn? Come on! What the fuck is this? I'm pissed. Especially at the end. If there's somebody in front of them, you're going to be pushing them. I don't care who you are. But, the mile and a half, if I had a nickel for every time a draft partner came up and pushed me on the exit of a corner and shoved me into the wall, I'd have a lot of nickels. Please. It's okay on the straightaways, but it's like I need a whistle for the exits and corners. I'm not trying to be whistled. Look at that. It's just like it takes me straight up to the wall. I ain't trying to do that. And not only do they shove you into the wall, but when you try to return the favor, drafting buddies, I see a friend in front of me, I try and push them down the straightaway, and it's like it's not even picked up as a bump draft. It's like you're actually hitting them. How many times have I got tweeted after a race where one of my best friends was upset at me because I hit him? I was just trying to bump draft him, but it's like it doesn't register. So once again, good idea, but like poor execution. If you can't push it back, then you're really wrecking. The tires good. Come on, Tommy, how hard is it to drive straight? Why isn't this game program drafting buddies in, but like they program it to like you can bump them? What is that? They just wobble and then they mean to each other at the end. That's the thing. I don't know how like if you can just copy what NASCAR Thunder 2004 did, share draft. That way I can make the rivals go down. Like if y'all could do that, that'd be great. I don't know if you can, but it seems like it's like that's what you guys are aiming for. But it's like you don't have enough of it to really it all work out well, if that makes sense. So these guys keep it better. Boy, this is my online section. Let's talk about online. Now I usually try to stay away from online racing on NASCAR Heat for a lot of reasons. Unfortunately, I've been running the Core League, which is fun. I do like racing with everybody. I do. I just don't really like NASCAR Heat 4 online. If you've ever watched one of my Core League streams, you know why I don't like online. It's very buggy. All the cars are in their own little realities, so literally almost everybody sees something different on their screen versus everybody else. Which is
what happened tonight?
Pretty much.
Major problem. Just a little side note.
Hey, I'm about to go ahead and get off. What the fuck?
And that's not what they wanted on their approach. Not enough club on that one.
I will see y'all in the races tomorrow.
Yes.
You said what?
I'm about to head up out of here.
Oh, you good?
Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.
Alright, take it easy.
And one over for the day after that hole. And on to the 9th hole.
Yeah, my hours are all messed up lately, so it's whatever.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
This one's a toss-up. Let's see where this one will land.
No! Oh my god.
And
you kidding me?
unfortunately, he has ended up in the water.
Especially when fire is going across the
Oh wow. Still in the rough, but the lie is better than the previous one.
No, it was completely and totally uneventful. He kissed the guy. No, I didn't. Yes, he did.
Wow.
Did not.
Oh man. Yeah, it should be fun. We should have some fun tomorrow.
Yeah. The Indy cars, especially at Indy, are tough, man. We're gonna need that practice session.
That one will drop.
Yes, sir.
When you played that, is that what you did? Yeah, it was the IndyCar Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Give it to me straight.
Well, I was trying to get accustomed to the. I mean, I was running with a custom setup, so now that I know we on default, that even makes it better.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This one through some branches. And he can't be very pleased with himself after that.
It was completely and totally uneventful.
Oh snap!
Oh, that shot's looking.
How long you plan on being on?
I don't know.
I need to re-download Madden, but I don't know nobody that plays it.
No, what else? And GTA. What else?
And this pot could save.
I don't even got that on my thing anymore. I had deleted that. I have to re-download it.
Oh my gracious, that.
I should get Rocket. I'm gonna get Rocket League one of these weeks.
This?
I'm not gonna play online right away. I'm gonna have to practice.
It's fun, but man, I went right online. But you can play online. It's just there's competitive, and there's like the casual lobbies where it doesn't count towards your rank or anything. And
yeah,
man, it's tough. takes a lot to get used to on that game, man. That's
taking a shot with the
I would expect it to.
And that approach is on the green with some distance left. This looks like around a 4-footer, I'd say. And that putt drops for par. And he's going to move up in the standings after that hole. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. He's got to be pleased with that.
Damn, Tom Dempsey passed away.
I saw that
Legendary
too.
Saints kicker.
Was that from the Corona? I can't remember.
I don't even know. It possibly was. I can't be sure. I don't want to jump to conclusions and say it was.
Ooh, and just inches away.
I low-key should get some sleep, to be honest, because at least so I can be up ready to go. I don't want to oversleep or nothing like that. Stay up. I need to get back into a good sleeping habit.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, my sleeping habit is so terrible.
It's been way off. My hours when I work are 7:30 to 3:30, and I'm going to bed at like 5 or 6 in the morning and waking up at 12. It's bad.
Yeah.
This one's looking like it's finding the fairway. And about 155 yards out.
What are we doing going here, man? We'll get killed coming in here.
Going with the 9-iron here.
Jungle, right? They say I'm coming here with anything less than a platoon.
And pretty sure she's going to like that. And this for the birdie. It's about 6 feet to go here.
Yeah, a lot of our investigation fleet right in. One way in, one way out. Thought we were gonna get something to eat.
And for our leader,
you're never gonna be without
score on the board, 15.
Serious for your safety.
And setting up now on the 14th tee.
Good, fast. Treat fast. They know if they cross the line, I'm taxing that ass.
And this is a 4-iron. And I think he's overshot the green here, ladies and gentlemen. And not the greatest luck on that approach shot. Too much club on that one.
Set up table. You flip the pigeons. I'll let everybody know I'm here.
And about 7 feet to go here. And that one drops for the bogey. All right, sitting at 7 over for the day.
One time. What's up, Bone? What's up, Lonzo? Right? What's happening, Mr. John Move? Didn't want to tell you, man. Appreciate what you did for my nephew. That's some real shit. For sure. For sure. You better call him. Man, I'm sick of this shit.
Poor luck there. Probably not too happy about that one.
Some bust ass. Alright, Spider. What's happening? What's happening, dog? Hey, what's up? Look at you. Oh, yeah. All that jelly. No toast.
It's hit out of some very deep rough. Still in the rough right now. It sounds like it's going through the branches here.
Oh, shit.
Alright, Spider. What's happening? What's happening, dog?
Oh man.
Right around a 9-footer.
Hey boys, I'm about to head up out of here, man. I'll see you tomorrow for the races.
Yep.
And that putt will
Sounds
Take
good.
it easy.
Later.
And as we look at the big board, our current leader sitting at 17 under and setting up on the 16th tee. And I'm not quite sure where this one's going to end up.
I'm so bad at this game, dude. I don't know what else to say. I was doing pretty good in the first round, and then one hole. Oh no, I was +4. It wasn't too bad. I wasn't that far off, but man, one hole every time gets me. Every single time.
Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Just a nice shot out of the sand, and very possible to make birdie with this next shot. For the birdie.
Wow, really? I got a birdie? Holy.
And that hole is going to allow him to move up in the standings. And let's see what the 17th has in store.
God. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. What happened there?
And that shot is still in the rough. And this putt to save par.
Dude,
this one looks about 4 feet.
Oh my.
And this putt is for double bogey. Finishing
Wow.
this hole with a solid putt. And 10 over is the score after that hole. And moving on to the 18th hole.
I don't care. I'm going for it. I got nothing to lose. Oh, that's hitting the tree. That's not getting over.
Taken through the branches.
Oh my God! It almost did though.
Okay,
Even with hitting the tree, that almost got over.
Here's a 9-iron. Looks like the 9-iron.
I always find sand, no matter what. It's sad. Are you gonna stop or what? I just want to get done with this. I'm hungry. I will be up all night, so I won't be playing stuff. Are you kidding me? See, this is what I mean. I can't catch a break.
Very daunting putt. And unfortunately for him, Luke, he's not going to make the cut here today.
Yeah, I'm feeling you. It hurts to miss the cut, doesn't it? Particularly when I thought you had a better chance in this tournament. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring the coverage to you today. And make sure you tune in tomorrow.
I'm tired of being plus double digits, dude. I really am. It's sad. It really is. I was plus 12 in that round. I mean, come on now. I'm literally about to break back out Rory McIlroy's PGA Tour and start playing that. because I just can't get a handle on this game for some reason. I don't know. And plus, I just miss playing with the actual PGA players and the courses too. That's another thing. I do kind of want to bring that game back out and start playing that again. No, I can't even do that one. Didn't qualify. I'm nowhere. I'm not gonna. I get greedy with a lot of hits too. I gotta play just more conservative, I think. That's the problem. Oh, is this what? Where's? Well, that'll do it for this. I'll probably do the PBA Pro Bowling next and finish off the career mode. And then I'm going to take a break from gaming because I'm going to go work on my best of video. Because I'm going to be up all night. And I woke up so late, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have never done that in my life, dude. Never. I mean, I was awake and then fell back to sleep is what happened. But, you know, I went to bed at like 5:30 last night, I think. Or 5 o'clock. Probably after 5 by the time I fell asleep, though. Well after. So, and that's like a normal thing for me lately. So that needs to change. But waking up at 2 o'clock, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be tired to go to bed. So I'm just going to stay up all night again. I did that last week, I think around Sunday night or Monday in that area. It was about a week ago. I did the same thing to try to get back on track, but see what happens. So that'll be it for this. I'm going to play PBA Pro Bowling here in just a minute. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.